If your New Year's plan is to simply hope for the best, that something this year is magically going to change, we've got to talk. I think you've had enough New Year's to realize there is no magic wand that makes any of these things happen. The work, the dedication comes from you. In this conversation, we are going to decide together that a resolution is just simply a decision, and it can happen anytime in the year. It can be on your birthday. It can be on July 5th, the National Day of Remorse for our forefathers, when they woke up and they thought, what the heck have we just done? A little side joke there. But truth be told, January 1st, resolutions, this is just simply a modern marketing ploy to make you start thinking about, this is the year I'm going to get into shape. This is the year I'm going to take control of my finances. You can do that any day of the year. It just so happens we're coming up on the first of the year, so now I have your attention. So let's get into the 3 things that you need to do right now to set yourself up for success without a magic wand and without a fairy godmother. This is the year you create your own personal master money plan, also known as a budget. But this is the year it happens. The very first thing you need to do is to take a moment and look at your life and not just your ledger, not just your notepad with all of your bills, etc., but look at your life. Let's take some stock. Let's figure out what you believe you've done correctly up to this point with your money and what you need to improve upon. Did you participate in the Master Your Money Plan Christmas edition where you were cash only for Christmas? If not, welcome to the new year. We're going to go into that for 52 weeks. So next Christmas, you already have all the money you need to do what you want to do with it. It just takes a moment of decision. I also want you to write down in this first step your financial priorities for the first 3 months. We're going to take the year in bite-sized increments, also known as quarters. You'll hear that a lot in your business life, I'm sure. So for a first quarter, or for the first 3 months of the year, what are your financial priorities? Now, there's some non-negotiables. Every month, non-negotiables. You need somewhere to live. You need food to eat. You need power. You need transportation. ... Write it down. Those are your non-negotiables. That's your foundation. This is why you get up and you go and you make the donuts every day, because you have these bills that have to be paid. And we're going to keep it simple. Room and board, if that's what you want to call it. You can just write down a number. This is going to be your rent, your mortgage, your utilities, your internet, your gas, your trash, etc. I need this much to exist at this address, wherever that may be. I need this much to be able to get back and forth to my job. That can be a car note with insurance. That can be a bus pass. Whatever you need. Keep it simple. Let's not overcomplicate this, because then we can start to get a little nervous, a little scared. And this has nothing to do with fear. This is about intention and taking control of your own budget and money. And number 1, you did your self-reflection. What do you think went right? Where do you need to improve? You also then established your first 3 months worth of financial goals, which led us into step number 2. So number 2, you're going to list out your non-negotiables. The core of your existence has to be paid, and these are those. Now, again, we talked about room and board, we talked about transportation, also do you have monthly medications that have to be purchased and consumed, etc. Now, number 3 is going to be rinse and repeat. The year is made of 4 3-month increments. And there's different things that happen in each one of these 3 months that happen at the same time every year. For instance, Christmas happens in the last quarter every year. My birthday happens in second quarter every year. Thanksgiving, Arbor Day, whatever you celebrate happens pretty much the same time every year. So do your property taxes, your car insurance, etc. So things that you know that you need to prepare for and be aware of coming so that you can begin socking it away, etc. So you're going to sit down, do your first 3 months, and then in step number 3, I want you to go ahead and start forecasting for the second 3 months, the third 3 months, etc. You don't have to get it to the granularity. You already know what your foundational things are, which are going to be every month, okay? But then I want you to start thinking forward come February. What bills outside of my core foundation do I need to prepare for? And do that for each and every month. And before you know it, you've got an entire annual forecast. Now, none of this is locked in hard stone. You're not committing to this exact budget every month. We're going to have monthly check-ins. Now, if you are a solo person, fantastic, you get to make all your decisions, but you probably also want to reach out to a trusted friend, family member, etc. for an accountability check-in partner. Have them sit down with you as you go over what you intended to spend versus what you did spend and what needs to be adjusted in the next month or the next 3-month period. But if you have a partner, whether this is a spouse or a partner or a roommate or etc., you want to sit down with them and together you want to go through each and every month's worth of expenses because they're going to bring some insight to the table of things you didn't remember or to think about, but they need to be equally involved and aware because it's your mutual income that's going to pay for these mutual outgoes. If this conversation has resonated with you, if this conversation is getting your attention and you are ready to move forward with your financial control, keep coming back. I post every Wednesdays and Saturdays. Wednesdays is more about mindset, how to use some of the tools we talk about. Saturdays is all about finances and retirement and getting ready for retirement, not just with the dollars, but also with the mental preparations that go with that. I sometimes have more to say than I can fit into those 2 days, so you might find some popcorn videos that happen. Also down in the description, you're going to find a link to the Master Your Money Plan Basic Budgeting Worksheet. I am also launching a mini course for budgeting, so y'all keep coming back and looking for that. Also drop in the comments if you would like me to reach out to you when that course is available. I'm happy to do that. Share this video with anyone in your life who needs the same information. We've all got brothers and sisters and friends, etc., all of a certain age. We're moving into this next chapter of our lives. Let's do it together. Let's make sure that each one of us has the confidence to retire or hybrid retire. Whole series of videos coming about that so that we can have the life for the rest of our life that we choose to have. All right, I will see y'all later. Stop recording.